They're in ready. And racing, sprinting out Ebony Star to run to the lead from Homebush Jagger along the inside into Supreme. Out wide on the track, Gold Star Mario back in the race to Bo's Business. Little Arthur trying to run. Last of all now is Butterfly Morn. Across the top they come into Supreme, made the lead. Coming after it now out wider is Bo's Business. Further back there, Gold Star Mario. Into Supreme in today. From Bo's Business then we go to Gold Star Mario. Then Little Arthur getting home but way too late. Followed out wider there by Ebony Star. Further back there on crossing was Homebush Jagger, Butterfly Morn. And a Smash Magic a long way behind them again. And racing, standing there and missing it, Gold Star Junior running to the lead there, Gwendolyn Stella from She's Keen, who hunts up the outside. Around the outside there is going to be Master at Arms getting through along the inside, Gold Star Junior. Just back in the race a touch now, another Smiles on the drift. Further back there in front of it now is Gold Star Magic, who's got plenty to do, and last of all there, No Judge. Across the top they come and travelling pretty well, She's Keen. A length and a half in advance of Gwendolyn Stella. Into the race comes Casey's Raider, 2 or 3 back, Gold Star Junior, No Judge. Up they come. She's Keen, Gwendolyn Stella trying hard. She's Keen in. Casey's Raider may have got second off Gwendolyn Stella. Pretty close that. Then we go to next in would have been Gold Star Junior was running on okay. They were followed back in the race then by No Judge, never in it. Neither Gold Star Magic, Master at Arms, and another Smile checked out of it the first bend, the last in. And racing, Corborn Airy springs out pretty well. Out wide on the track, Pukeko Thunder showing good speed. It's going to run to the lead. Right behind them, Pukeko Thunder, Corborn Floyd around the first bend they go. They're followed back then by Calm Spirit. Opawa Shaden's on the drift. Second to last, Opawa Cassidy. Last of all, Chill Out Ralph. Down the back they go. Pukeko Thunder keeps running on top. Corborn Aries is the danger. A length and a half back, Pukeko Prowler. They're followed back then by Corborn Floyd. Back in the races, Opawa Shaden running on a shade. Opawa Cassidy. Up they come. Pukeko Thunder, keep kicking, you good thing. Pukeko Thunder in from Corborn Aries in. Pukeko Prowler late, followed back then by Corborn Floyd. Out wide on the track also getting home late was Opawa Cassidy. Further back there, Opawa Shaden was back in the pack, and as to Chill Out Ralph, never in it. Bunny, ready. And racing, stepping out up wide, Corborn on its 2, run to the lead along the inside. Vienna shows good speed. Round the outside, Wind Willow. Further back there we go to Cam Ray. Mitchell Dean gets into a bit of trouble. Wider out, Cherry Crusher for 2 tailors. Corborn Impact, Monaco Denver. On the corner, Vienna's in front. Chasing it down, Wind Willow along the inside. Wind Willow will defeat Vienna. Corborn on it. They're followed back then by Mitchell Dean. Late in the scene also would have been out wider, Cherry Crusher. Followed back then on crossing also there by Cam Ray, never in it. Neither Monaco Denver, Corborn Impact. And racing Opawa Elby comes out running after it early as his lordship. They'll go toe-to-toe to the first corner. Back on the inside then is going to be Cover to Cover. They're followed around then by Wagon Wheel. Further back in the race then is going to be now Opawa Tanya. Getting around that is Blushing Bell and also Karen's Magic. Down the back they go. Opawa Elby on the bunny. From his lordship, Cover to Cover. 3 back we go, Opawa Tanya. They're followed by Karen's Magic's got plenty to do. Well back, Blushing Bell, Wagon Wheel. On the corner, Opawa Elby. His lordship sets out after it. Opawa Elby too strong again. Beats out his lordship, followed there by Cover to Cover. Opawa Tanya, then we go back to Blushing Bell. Karen's Magic not in it today. Last in, Wagon Wheel. There and ready. Racing, he stood there and missed it. San Sebastian first out. Rob's made in front of Media Girl round the outside. Corborn Abbey. Now San Sebastian pushes up fearlessly. Gets out a bit wide to the first corner and checks out of a race stitch up. Into the back they run. Rob's made in front of Homebush Coral. Now San Sebastian gets into the clear and starts to run. Back on the inside, Rocky Baxter. Further back there we go to Grunt Rogers. Back in the race also stitch up. Well out of its ground there was Media Girl. Across the top they come. Rob's mate to the lead. Coming after it, Homebush Coral. Rob's mate, Homebush Coral late on the scene out wide. Corborn Abbey too late. Rob's made in from Homebush Coral. Then we go to Corborn Abbey. Next across would have been Rocky Baxter. Then stitch up. Further back there on crossing, we would have had Grunt Rogers, who was back in the race with Media Girl. And something must have gone astray with San Sebastian because he's drifted out and finished it on last. Favourite now for 3, Jibber Jabber Jill, there and ready. Racing, Jibber Jabber Jill stood there, missed it 5. Blowing to the lead early, Laudable going after it early, Homebush Violet. Along the inside, Opawa Bomb, no undies Sundays, handy to the first bend. Running out wide is Lochinvar Camaro. They're followed well back in the field now by Homebush Iris, Opawa Bro, and last of all, Jibber Jabber Jill. Down the back they go, and Laudable out by 4. Getting to second, Homebush Violet, followed there by No Undies Sundays, starting to run back to Opawa Bomb. Well back in the field, Lochinvar Camaro and Opawa Bro. Up they come. Laudable getting tired over the top. No Undies Sunday. Oh, it's close and firing home along the inside. Homebush Violet, a 3-way go. Then we go back in the race to Opawa Bomb, Lochinvar Camaro. Further back there, Opawa Bro, Jibber Jabber Jill, Costly, last at Homebush Iris. And racing, Corborn Queen comes out running. Karama stood there to the lead though. Iona Haka. Arcaden boots up the rails out wide on the track. Corborn Queen. Here comes Karamas round the outside. Copping a decent check. Arcaden goes back to last in front of it. Botany Pete. Also No Pride and No Lies. Up they come. Karamas goes the rails. Corborn Queen has another dig. Karamas, Corborn Queen. Then we go to Botany Pete, followed there by Iona Haka. Further back there on crossing would have been No Pride. Back in the race then to No Lies. The two tailors there were going to be Ron Rose Hill and Arcaden, after copping plenty, will be the last of them in. green light, ready. And racing first out centre field, Opawa, Casper 2 run to the lead, but going up along the inside then is Andrea Bob's Eye, and shooting around them, Punch on Jamie to the first corner. Going very wide there, Bob's Eye. Bringing them out in front now is Punch on Jamie to the lead from Opawa, Casper. Getting around them into third, Game Girl. They're followed by Andrea. Back in the race then is Bob's Eye. Well back, Mr. Jimmy, Corborn, Polly and Opawa style. Out of the bend they come, Punch on Jamie's got 2.5 on Game Girl. Back to the rails, Opawa, Casper. Wider out of the track, Bob's Eye and Andrea, but up they come. Punch on Jamie home. Punch on Jamie, Game Girl. Then we go to Opawa, Casper, Bob's Eye. Back in the race then would have been Andrea. Well back, Opawa style, Corborn, Polly and Mr. Jimmy drifted all the way out to last. Ready? And Racing Noble Fantasy comes out running, but not as fast as Yoldhurst Edward. And along the rails, Starburst Benny right up there too is Elkie. They're followed back in the race by Wymac Dave, Opawa Rufus. The two at the tail now, Turbo Tundra on the drift. Around the turn they come and getting to the front, Yoldhurst Edward. Along the inside, Starburst Benny out wide, Noble Fantasy. Yoldhurst Edward, Noble Fantasy. Then came Starburst Benny into third. They were followed back in the race. Then the next is another Jill. Then came Wymac Dave. Well back in the field would have been Elkie. Further away, Turbo Tundra and Opawa Rufus, the last one home. And off, Sandy Claus jumped out pretty well, but headed off earlier on the inside by No Jealousy and also Jumpin' Julia. Now Sandy Claus rallies the pace to the outside, hunting the rails, No Charity. Further back in the race, Red Carpet, Botany Prancer. On the drift, another Colt, the last two as far as, and also Jumpin' Julia. Up they come, Sandy Claus, but over the top, No Charity finishing strong and gets the win. No Charity defeats Sandy Claus. Third in Red Carpet. They're followed by, next to go by would have been on crossing another Colt. Back in the race then would have been the last few, Jumpin' Julia was back, so too Botany Prancer, and back in the race another Colt. And they're off, out wide on the track, jumping pretty well. Big time tip to run to lead. There goes another Dream along the rails, wider out on the track, Just a Mate. They're followed back in the race now on the drift is Just a Mate. Getting around that runner now is Wandy Destiny. Further back in the field then is going to be Pedro Force, Wandy Feather and Maximum Jill. But another Groom off and gone, there's the hat-trick. Another Groom defeats Big Time Tip, third and Wandy Destiny. They're followed in by Smash Amigo, then came Just a Mate. Further back there, Pedro Force, the last couple, Wandy Feather, Maximum Jill.